Hey, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Take my hand. Come with me, baby, to lovely. Let me show you how sweet it could be. I want you to float on. I'm trying to wait for some of y'all to come in while I get my equipment set up. Float on, float on. I don't know. Let me see how it looks, y'all. All right, y'all. Drop down in the chat. Let me know where you're from. It's Mr. 6'8" coming at you with all white Sundays. Okay. Well, we talk about everything in, few, far, and in between. I wonder, do I need my AirPod? Because I don't know if y'all can hear me well. I'll be back. Whew. Almost broke a leg. All right, y'all. So look, while I'm trying to get set up, I need people to drop down in the comments and tell me where are y'all from. Y'all come holler at a brother. It's Mr. 6'8". Get on in here. Welcome to All White Sundays. I'm trying to find my AirPod. I'm a little late and thrown off because I had to work. So that's the reason that I'm not on time. Because I was supposed to have started at 9:10 Eastern. But as you can see, that didn't happen. So guess what? I had to make it do what it do. Sometimes you just gotta make it do what it do. That's what Jamie Foxx said. He said, make it do what it do tonight. Let me sit here and send a notification out to all my peeps on Instagram. Tell me where you're watching from. Like and share this video. Like and share this video. I want to know where everybody is watching from. If you are watching me right now, drop down in the comments. Put your city and state up, or put your state up, whatever you feel most comfortable with, because we about to get it popping, okay? We's about to get it popping, okay? We's about to get it popping. Popping. Mm-hmm. Trying to tag my YouTube and Instagram people. Mm-hmm. Y'all, I'm finna play some music. Hopefully they won't shut me down, but if they do, oh well. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. I think I'm done. All right, here we go. Welcome to Mr. 6'8". It's Mr. 6'8" in the house, coming back at you with new topics. Okay, we're gonna talk about a little something I'm trying different. You know, I don't really sit here and do lives that much, but Nonetheless, we're gonna get it popping. Welcome to my all white Sunday edition. As you can see, why I call it the all white Sunday edition with Mr. 6'8" is because, as you can see, I have my all white outfit on here. Let me sit here and let y'all get a sneak peek at it. Okay, let me step back for a second so you can get into it. Okay, get into it. Yes, get into the outfit. Get into the outfit. You see the outfit? Y'all don't see it. Y'all don't see it. Y'all don't see it. Get into the outfit. Y'all don't see it. Y'all don't see it. You see how tall I am, right? Okay. Just wanted to see it. Just wanted y'all to see that. I just wanted y'all to see that. So I just got off of work. Before I get into my topics, I'm just gonna kind of give a little brief overview of where I've been at. So it's been kind of a long, when I tell you very long, I have been out of the loop on YouTube for a long time, partly due to the fact that I've been working a lot. It's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that I can't really sit here and share as pertains to my work stuff, but it's all good stuff, I promise. Trying to be productive, trying to get a lot of things up off the ground. But nonetheless, I'm trying to give my YouTube family some love and stuff and show y'all, you know, just come through and sit here and show y'all some love because I've been neglecting y'all. I know I've been neglecting y'all. I've been neglecting y'all. I'm just gonna go ahead and sit here and call it like it is. I've been neglecting y'all, and that's exactly what it has been. So because of that, I decided to say, okay, let me come on tonight and do a little YouTube. Do a little YouTube live video. So we're gonna talk about a couple of things tonight. First, starting with a story that's near and dear to my heart. There's a 18, I think he's 18 years old. I'm gonna show you a picture of him. But his name is Ladarius Clardy. If you don't know who Ladarius Clardy is, I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you. If you don't know, I'm about to sit here and bring you up on game. So Ladarius Clardy is an 18-year-old, um, 3.8 GPA, well-to-do young black man. I'm gonna show you a picture of him. Rest in peace to him. Son of Tracy Marshall and son of I want to say it's LaDon McClarty. No, I'm sorry, LaDon Clardy. It's one or the other, but I'm gonna show you a picture of him though real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. I meant to have my iPad charged, but I do apologize. I don't have it charged. All right, so for those of you that don't know who he is, this is who. Come on. So this is Ladarius right here. Uh, that's Ladarius. Can you see? You see that? That's him. This is Ladarius. Show you another picture of him. I do believe that he used to play for. He was just recently accepted as a quarterback into Kennesaw State University. Unfortunately, he passed away at a very young age. Um, it's just sad, y'all. Like it really is sad, and the story has kind of been on my heart all day long. But this is him and his mom. right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. That's him and his mom. And let me go back here. I wanted to find the other picture of him. That was a really good picture. Where's the other picture? That's him. Another picture. So basically, his name was Ladarius Clardy. Okay. He's from Pensacola, Florida. And he was taken away from this earth very soon, too soon. 50 bullets, 50 shots fired into his car. Now, I don't like to really sit here and go into details as to what happened because there's been so many speculations, but I'm just going to say, for just the sake of journalism purposes, allegedly, it was stated that he lost his life due to a game, a dice game. I don't know. Somebody had been mentioning in the comments that he took one of his good friends who was also in critical condition, who was the passenger in the vehicle at the time of the shooting. They went to I guess, some people's houses. His friend, the guy that was in the car, won a lot of money from a dice game. I guess the people that was in the game wasn't happy. Next thing you know, he is taking this guy home, who was his good friend slash like brother. And I guess they followed him and they fired 50 bullets into the car. Not five, not 10, but they fired 50 bullets into his car. And it is sad, y'all, when I tell you, it is so sad to know that a man who was not about the street life, he didn't live his life in the streets. He didn't, get caught up in, as far as like people wanted to paint him out to be a thug, like for the longest, for I think like 7 days on social media. People was all in the comments talking about, well, what could have caused 50 bullets, 50 rounds to sit here and go directly into a vehicle. Why would somebody sit here and do such a thing? But he was not that kind of dude. That's not the kind of life that he lived. But people automatically assume that. And that's what really just kind of pulled at my heart on it, because it's like, since when are Black men stereotyped that if something happens to us where, in the manner in which he died, 50 bullets shot into the driver's side of his vehicle, which caused the vehicle to go crashing down a ravine, is it automatically assumed that it must be gang or drug related or something? Since when is stuff like that just automatically assumed that a person lived a life in the streets because of X, Y, and Z? It shouldn't be that way. Okay. And it's just sad. It saddens me that a lot of people in the social media world really just like was going in on the comments talking about stuff they really had no clue or really knew nothing about. So his they just recently had his funeral on Saturday, down in Pensacola, which is where he was from, which is where he was shot and killed, unfortunately. And it was just sad that to see his father get up and speak, to see his father get up and speak, and to see his father go and talk about how he gave his son everything and did everything for him that he could, and to find out that this man who was a bright scholar, 3.8, never made a C in high school, in school at all, got a full-ride scholarship to Kennesaw State as a quarterback, I believe. It's sad that he got all the way to the end, graduated high school with honors, went to college, got accepted full-ride scholarship in the Kennesaw State, only to turn around and go home for the holidays back before the 4th of July, to go home for the holidays and lose his life just so senseless for no reason at all. And if it was over a game of dice, it just makes it that much more sad, because it's just like, Yeah, even though I'm not the kind of person that would probably get caught up in something like that in the first place, but I'm not going to be the person to sit here and judge a person all because of what, them having a game of dice or whatever. I'm not going to be that person to sit here and pass judgment on anybody. But to see this man lose his life all because it was stated that he was taking his friend home who was playing a game of dice allegedly, who then it has been stated, you know, all across social media that supposedly they won a lot of money, and he was taking his friend home and they followed him. So I guess, once he went to go, as far as get his friend, take him home, they followed him and fired 50 rounds into the vehicle of his driver's side vehicle, and the vehicle went crashing down into the ravine. They couldn't even sit here and get them out. They had to cut them out of the vehicle. It was just like the accident was just that bad, and it's just sad that this man lost his life. So tragic and senseless over something so child's play. Like, who does that? And it makes me mad. It really makes me mad when you speak on Black Lives Matter. Um, it really makes me mad when you speak on Black Lives Matter, but yet instead you have people out here with black on black crimes killing one another constantly every single day. It saddens me that we speak on Black Lives Matter. And for those of you that don't know who I'm talking about, for that are just tuning in, I'm talking about I believe he was 18 years old, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I do believe he was 18. His name is Ladarius Clardy. Ladarius Clardy, 18 years old, Kennesaw State accepted four-route scholarship quarterback. Just recently had got into school, into college, went home for the holidays down in Pensacola, Florida, and lost his life allegedly over a dice game. That it was stated that he was taking his friend home, and they followed his car and just fired bullets into his car left and right, causing him to lose control and crash down a ravine. And it's heartbreaking to see young black men losing their lives in such a senseless, tragic manner. My heart goes out to the family. When I first saw the story break on the news stations, you know how you come across a person and it's just like you cannot stop thinking about that person. And that's what it did for me. Like, when I first read the story, I was just completely floored because the story just completely shocked me that this could happen to somebody who did everything right, who had a great, well-to-do upbringing family that raised them right. They did everything they could for this boy. And, in return, all he wanted to do was just make it famous, into the NFL possibly someday, and take care of his family in return, like they have with him. Somebody that, wanted to get into, I believe he stated that he wanted to get into cybersecurity at Kennesaw State, as his major while he's, playing football. Somebody that never made a C in school, came out of school with a 3.8 GPA. It's just sad that this man lost his life. This man right here, this king, it's sad that this man lost his life so senseless and so tragic over something so petty. And so it's been on my spirit for a long, long time, because all I could do in my head was just think about, what his parents must be going through. I did watch a little of the funeral yesterday. They had his funeral yesterday. I watched a little of the funeral yesterday, and it just completely broke my heart to see this man, like I said, young scholar, Kennesaw State, four-ride scholarship quarterback, lose his life so senseless. And normally I do watch a lot of crime TV. I believe that for some reason I have a love of watching of I guess that would make me like what an empath, because I feel and I sympathize with people, and I empathize with people, and it's just like I feel emotions and stuff tugging at me. But this story just has poured at my heart since it um, broke the news. And for those of you that may be just not tuning in, there's a $10,000 reward for the to capture or to give a tip for a to hopefully bring in this person's killer. This guy right here, Ladarius Clardy, lost his life. 50 bullets fired into his vehicle. If you're just not tuning in, 50 bullets fired into his vehicle. And as a result, it was all over him taking a friend home from a game of dice, allegedly, that the friend won some money. And I guess the people wasn't happy that the friend won all of their money that was in the dice game. So they followed this man home who was taking the friend home who was playing the dice game, and just fired 50 shots into the vehicle. And like I said, it really just has been on my heart heavy. I wanted to highlight the story because I wanted to bring attention to talk about as far as when it comes to black on black crime. It does bother me a lot when people talk about Black Lives Matter, but yet instead, when it applies to us as black on black crime, Black Lives Matter goes out the window, and nobody's talking about that anymore because it's black on black crime. So my heart just goes out. Keep the family lifted up in prayers. I know they had upped the reward to $10,000. I'm possibly going to still try to cover the story. I do hope that they capture whoever did this, because to whomever did this definitely needs to be put behind bars. Um, when I looked at as far as to see what the most recent updates were in regards to the case, they initially had brought in 3 guys for questioning that they, felt like may have had an interest, that they may have had an interest in, into talking to these guys in regards to the untimely death of this young individual. But I do believe that they have since been released, the guys that they did bring in. And the guys that they did bring in to talk about looked very young, super young. Like they looked like they could be no more than 17. And his father, I was looking at the funeral yesterday, and his father, got up and spoke a few words in regards to his son. And he mentioned something to the effect of, he wasn't going to stop until he gets justice for his son, rightfully so. Because just think about it, if that was your child, who you knew never got into trouble, never had any issues. Just think about it, if that was your child out there whom all of a sudden you're thinking is going to come home, he's out enjoying life, and then you probably get a call out of nowhere, and it's like boom, all of a sudden your life has been turned upside down. And it's been said that the parents are supposed to be buried by the children, not vice versa. But it seems like more and more each day it's becoming the other way around. So my heart definitely goes out to the Clardy family. I would definitely try to keep you all updated on any further developments on this story. Like I said, it's rare. It's very rare that I really cover stories like this. But for some reason, this young man just really, I don't know, he just touched my heart. Just to see the success of him and so much, and only to realize that he's no longer with us. Not only that, but the man that lost his life. Absolutely just handsome, gorgeous man. You know, you can tell he's very articulate. I had an opportunity to see his first video that he made when he first got accepted into Kennesaw State, and he was standing beside his mom, and basically he was just telling the people at Kennesaw State how his mom would always be in competition with him when it came to making good grades. His mom was in school, and he mentioned that they would be back and forth on saying that who's going to get the highest grade, and just kind of keeping it like a friendly competition, which I just thought that was just to me was cool. And the fact that he came out of school with a 3.8 GPA. I mean, he clearly was a very intelligent dude. When I looked at the funeral that took place Saturday, it was so many people there. Like when I tell you, his whole entire football team from Kennesaw came down to Pensacola to pay their final respects. The church was packed, y'all. I mean, packed beyond. So that says a lot about the lives that he touched in such a short amount of time. But I say that to say this: if you got something that's going on in your life that ain't right, I suggest strongly that you get it right. I suggest strongly that you get it right, because that expiration date, we don't never know when our time could come. We don't ever know when it's all said and done, how long that dash is between the time that we are born and the time. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Between the time that we are born and the time that we depart from this earth, we don't know how long we got. So, with that being said, we should count our blessings and be thankful and live each day as though it's our last, because I can imagine that young man, when he went back home to see his family for the holidays, that he had no idea those would be his final moments. So, just please keep him lifted up. His name, once again, is Ladarius Clardy. If you want to find out more about the story, you can look it up. It's all across social media. I think the latest update that I saw the last time was that they did find the car that the suspect was in, which was a black Ford Fusion of a later model. And they did find the car that was used in the shooting. However, it baffles me that the county is called Escambia County Police. It baffles me that you found the car. And maybe it could just be that the police are not releasing, because I do know a lot of times the police won't release everything. They know stuff, but they won't tell us stuff. They won't tell the public stuff because of the fact that they don't want to, risk the chance of letting the actual person who they have a strong interest in getting away. So it could just be that they're sitting on information. But it baffles me, with that being said, that you found the car that was used in the shooting, but you don't know who it was that shot this boy. And I'm just not understanding that. Now, if you found the car, common sense would tell me that, okay, whoever the registered owner of the car is clearly should know something about where their car is, or the whereabouts of their car, or who is using their car, right? I mean, that's what I get from it. I would think at least somebody would know who this car belongs to, and if they do find the owner, to figure out who had your car on this particular night that this man lost his life. So that was the most recent update that I've seen. I do know that they upped the reward money to $10,000. I also do know that the father stated that, he will even go above and beyond to pay extra money just to have somebody to come forward and tell on who it was that shot his son. Like, the man, it broke my heart to see at the funeral a grown man cry over his son. Like, there is no other pain than the mourning of a child that you have not only birthed, but you have raised for 18 years to know that this child made it through middle school, elementary, high school, and to get to college almost and lose his life before it even got started. To see his dad cry, break down in tears, to see the pain in his heart, it's just heartbreaking. So y'all, please keep the family in prayers. I will definitely keep you updated if I, hear anything else about it. But I just wanted to start off with that so I can kind of get the heavy stuff out of the way. Now, with that being said, speaking of heavy, okay, and fat people, just to shift gears into a segue. So, have y'all seen heard about this Darius Cooks? Now, I didn't really hear nothing about it until I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really hear nothing about it until I saw one of my YouTuber community friends, Vale, which is the Evolution of Vale channel. Y'all go over there and check them out. I didn't hear anything about this Darius Cook situation. Been down here scamming the people, child, up until I was, watching the Evolution of Vale channel, and I didn't realize that Vale, who is the owner of the Evolution of Vale YouTube channel, I guess maybe had a rendezvous, dated the man. I don't know. All I'm saying is that I ain't never seen him like the guy in the first place. I ain't never really seen him got a good vibe from this guy in the first place. Okay. He was always giving me stunt queen from the jump, anyways. Okay. And, just to kind of tread lightly without choosing, without going over my words, and saying something that I might regret down the road. But when you have people, and when I say people, when you have people, especially people in the gay community, okay, when you see that they're always online flashing Gucci, Coach, Louis, Prada, okay, they're always talking about how they got all of this, materialistic labels, this, labels that, Fendi this, Fendi that. Whenever you got a person that's, it's just something about it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but there's a lot of stunt queens in the gay community. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it the way I see it. Okay. So when this whole story of Darius Cooks broke, really wasn't surprised because the guy always came off to me as shiesty. Okay. He always came off to me as shiesty. Never trust a dude with a good, okay. Never trust a dude with a good like his. He always came off to me as shiesty, okay? And the fact that he had already previously been in the news for one of his restaurants that he used to sit here on here in Atlanta, it was some whole illegal, it was some whole entire illegal stuff that was going on with it as far as he got caught up, in some kind of activity. Ever since that story broke, I really ain't had too much faith as far as into too much caring into watching anything that he had to put out. The only thing I knew about Darius Cooks is that Darius cooks down. Okay, if Funky Dineva said it best: never sit here and tear a person down without giving them the hand to extend them right back up. So I ain't never going to sit here and tear somebody down without giving them their props. Now he be cooking. But according to what I was reading here, somebody said that these recipes were not legit. They said that they was having the wrong temperatures, that having you cooking your food at the wrong temperature. Child, from the way that it sounded to me, it sounded like that he was out here about to give people E. coli, is what it sounded like. It sounded like he was about to give people food poisoning, is what it sounded like, because it's just been a lot said in regards to this. So I'm just going to backtrack and kind of read some of the story as far as what happened. Okay. So let me just start. So I got this article from Black Enterprise. I got this article from Black Enterprise, right? And it basically says, I'm just going to go ahead and read some of it to you. Popular food blogger, Chef Darius Cooks. Child, there's a link everywhere. Popular food blogger Chef Darius Cooks Williams faced allegations of stealing money, assault, and being a crook. Okay. And he has now earned the title of, instead of Darius Cooks, he has earned the title of Darius Crooks. Catch that. Now, so let me just sit here and start from the top, shall we? So Williams currently boasts at least 1.4 million followers on Facebook. His online store, excuse me, let me go back to the top. That wasn't the top, y'all. I apologize. Too much to drink. A popular food blogger, cookbook author, and former Atlanta restaurant owner who is widely known as Darius Cooks Williams is facing a litany of allegations online from individuals ranging from unpaid wages and assault to Better Business Bureau complaints, accusations of using someone else's trademark, and dining event ticket issues. Now, y'all, when I read about this dining event situation, I really gagged. Hold on tight and take a sip because it's about to get juicy. So it's been said that Williams currently boasts at least 1.4 million followers on Facebook. His online store reflects that his Dining with Darius Cooks 2022 tour is sold out. Tickets are listed at least for $215 each. That's how much a ticket is for this dining experience. Now, what does this dining experience include? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's go ahead and sit here and read some more, shall we? Okay, so it says, I just can't believe it. Dining with Darius Cooks is back. This is what he wrote on social media. In 30 days, we will start a 26 event run for 2021. Shout out to everybody who has tickets, and all of 2022 is completely sold out. Can't wait to hug y'all next. I can't add more seats. There's no more room on the calendar to add another date. And nope, I can't squeeze you in because there is physically no space. Tickets for 2023 go on sale in April 2022. New menu, new schedule, same vibes. Y'all ready? A message on Facebook read. Okay. So that was one of the messages that he posted on Facebook. Then, as the plot thickens, hoodies, cookbooks, and T-shirts are also sold there as well. But despite Williams' success, which is illustrated in ample internet spaces, individuals such as Kiara Ross, who was reportedly an Atlanta soul crab restaurant server, okay, at his restaurant, turned to social media recently and other public forums to make shocking claims that the cooking guru once assaulted her and dragged her, allegedly. Okay. Then it says, so basically, she's accusing him of assaulting her and dragging her, and I guess pretty much being this abuser is what it sounds like, just from what I understand from reading. Okay. So there's this Facebook page that's called the Kitchenista Diaries. Okay. It's called the Kitchenista Diaries. And basically, on this Facebook page that is called the Kitchenista Diaries, there's an account from Kiara, a former server of the Soul Crab. The photo shows Darius, also known as Darius Cooks, last name Williams, being escorted away by cops on January the 25th, 2019. A text message to the daytime manager at Soul Crab, K1, I guess is his name, reflects that Kiara was still following up on her paycheck a month after the incident. Okay. As of today, she has still not been paid. Okay. Allegedly. All of this allegedly. Okay. I'm just going to sit here and say all of this allegedly. Kiara's account says, I was a server at his seafood. So this is coming from Kiara's page. I was a server at his seafood restaurant in Atlanta, and he got arrested for putting his hands on me after I had a fit, after he didn't pay me after working for him for almost a month. I still never got paid. This is the same man who got on IG Live last night to call me unhinged. I will not let this go. I don't care how many people are bothered that I took 1 week out of a whole year to shed light on something way more important than recipes. The allegations are piling up of scams, outstanding refunds, and now physical assault against a Black woman. When will somebody report it? Question mark. Please reach out if you or anybody you know can get Kiara some legal advice assistance. Thank you. Okay. Hashtag Darius Crooks. Hashtag Darius Cooks TV. Hashtag Darius Cook Recipe. Hashtag Dino with Darius Cook. Okay. And this came from the Kitchenista Diaries. Now I want you to see this so you don't think I'm just reading this off from nowhere. You see this? This is what the page is called. You can go on this page. I don't know if that camera picking it up and read it for yourself. Okay. All right. So now fast forward. Excuse me. Um, in fact, even a well-known Food Network star, Sonny Anderson, came forward and Scripps Media lodged a copyright complaint against the restaurant owner to make sure he isn't tied to one of the Food Network's popular personalities, Sonny Anderson, according to WSB TV report in 2020. And somebody put down here, I guess it was either somebody that was in connection with the Food Network TV said, I hope in the near future he is not able to gain ad revenue on YouTube from this, and then also use this as a way to substantiate himself in a business where we see he has some questionable practices. Anderson said, according to WSB TV. So that's what Sonny Anderson said. Also, a clip of celebrity Anderson and Williams allegedly disappeared amid the copyright complaint, which was intended to distance Anderson, a former host, from Williams' brand and new restaurant controversy. Williams suddenly shuttered Soul Crab Atlanta and Chicago and the Westview's Greens and Gravy amid reports that the restaurant owner owed the state of Georgia for an illegal credit repair business. Now, this is where I got to stop at. Because first of all, when I heard the word illegal credit repair business, let me sit here and school some of y'all up. And I know that some of y'all probably gonna be all in my comments with all kind of stuff to sit here and say. But take it from somebody that has been through some really jacked up credit issues, okay? If a person is trying to tell you that they can fix your credit by getting your social security number, going onto your credit report and disputing stuff, don't you know you can do the same thing yourself without having to pay somebody else to do it? Because the only thing that they're doing is going on your credit report, supposedly, and disputing stuff. Now, where I'm going with this is that, first of all, if anybody ever came to me about anything that has to do with credit repair business, I am going to run from the hills. You hear me? Because first of all, that ain't nothing but some old shiesty attempt to get your credit card, your credit information, your social security number, only to turn around and get something in your name, run your credit up, and God knows whatever else identity theft, fraud things goes on with them types of practices. So if you ever got somebody just trying to repair your credit or telling you that they can, y'all need to sit here and learn credit 101 and learn how to fix your own credit by paying your bills on time. And if you do have stuff that's on your credit report, all you got to do is go on your credit report and dispute half of the stuff that's on there that's not right. Okay. If you click dispute, it will launch an investigation in itself. And then from that point on, you're going to get a response, from the dispute that you launch, whether it's with Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. I'm telling you, take it from somebody that's I've been through a lot of credit issues. I wouldn't tell you nothing that I don't sit here and know. There's no such thing as people repairing your credit that you can't already do yourself. Now, you feel my drift? Let's keep going with the story. So, apparently, I guess it says that, once again, Williams suddenly shuttered Soul Crab Atlanta in Chicago in the Westview Greens and Gravy amid reports that the restaurant owner owed the state of Georgia for an illegal credit repair business. So he was caught up in trying to fix folk credit too. Just saying. Now, Anderson has taken to social media once again. This person, Anderson, is once again Sonny Anderson, that's a part of this Food Network, TV, and went and stated out her grievances with Williams on public note, and she basically put his ass on blast. She went on there and stated, let me see if I can pull it up here. Where is it at? Okay, so apparently she went on Twitter and tweeted out a article that is concerning and surrounding the controversy and allegations against the food personality Darius Cooks Williams, which basically it sounds like that Sonny Anderson is trying to clear her name and detach whatever reference or attachment has been made with her in regards to him, Darius Cooks. Now, Williams fans are also weighing in on this widely discussed matter, in addition to more women who are making allegations. There's a woman by the name of Zacronia Aline who put in here, my heart is hurt to find out in so much detail and accuracy the level of scamming this man has been doing all of these years. It's in a lawsuit, BBB complaints, personal accounts, established chefs calling him out. Sheesh. I was truly excited to be able to comfortably splurge to go to his private dinner in a few months. But I know I just can't sit there with a straight face knowing he's trash behind the scenes. Now I got to figure out how to get my money back without getting blocked. Well, sis, first of all, sis, I don't know what make you think. I don't know what kind of dining experience you thought you was going to get for what almost $300 a ticket. But I'll be damned if anybody get my $300 over a damn dining experience. If I want a dining experience, I'll take my ass to the Del Frisco in Atlanta and have a dining experience for way less than that. I don't need to sit here and pay nobody no $300 for no damn dining experience. So the fact that you went and dished out this money so comfortably as you stated and splurged on it, sis, I'm gonna need for you to sit here and start to reevaluate some things in your life because that was for a person that possibly is smart. I'm just gonna keep it cute. You just had a really dumb moment, and we're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna leave it at that. That's all I'm saying. Another user wrote, please be advised I am not associated with Darius Williams. I do not endorse his books in any way. He is using my name to sell merchandise. Which somebody else, once again, another allegation, stated that he's been using this man's name. Somebody by the name of Franklin, excuse me, somebody by the name of Franklin underscore SW on Instagram, Franklin underscore Sweatley. He reposted from the Kitchen Nista, the page that I showed y'all earlier, and he stated that as everybody can see, Darius Cooks is still attempting to advertise his cookbooks using my trademark. Remember, we had talked about the trademark situation earlier? Well, this is where the trademark situation comes in. So there's this man by the name of Franklin underscore Swadling who had stated that somebody that this, Darius Cooks, aka Darius Crooks, is using his trademark Kitchenista, which is the page I mentioned to y'all earlier, okay, as the discount code. So basically, it's like he's using his information to advertise his cookbooks, okay? Standing on the back of somebody else's hard work into what they put in to sell his own cookbooks. He also wrote in here, I am in no way affiliated with this man and do not endorse his recipes or cookbooks. I have a thread on Twitter explaining just how problematic his recipes are, down to the missing oven temps, and lazy cooking instructions. So basically, he done sit here and went on his Twitter chart and laid out Darius Cooks, saying that the instructions on how to cook the food, the temperatures on what to put the food on in the cookbooks are all just messed up, child. They all just entangled. It's just an entangled mess in the cookbook. Is exactly what it is. Now, just imagine now you done sit here and bought this man cookbook thinking you fixing to have a family feast, and come to find out you probably about to sit here and send all of your family members 6 feet in the grave because he done gave you the wrong cooking instructions. Who does that? I'm just trying to understand. Somebody help me to understand. I told y'all, don't trust a dude with a gut. Now, he also stated that most importantly, he has caused actual harm to this community. Please see the Darius Cooks tag on IG and Twitter for receipts. Thank you for your support. In one of the most damning claims, a woman by the name of Angela Kitchenista also turned to social media. So this is the person that I just read off from y'all. So basically, on top of abusing a woman, which was a survey at his restaurant, He done stole somebody else's trademark, using it to promote his cookbooks, giving out wrong instructions in the cookbook, giving out wrong temperature instructions in the cookbook. Y'all, it's just a whole mess. I'm telling y'all, it's just a whole entangled mess, child. Let me just sit here and take a drink because my nerves just like got bad. Now, fast forward, somebody else wrote, and for those of you that don't know, this is what the lady from Kitchenista looks like. That's the lady that's claiming, as far as allegedly the allegations of using her trademark. That's her. Okay. So, in the midst of all of this, y'all, there's a lot going on with this man, clearly. Now, what I'm trying to drive at is that a lot of times we tend to put people up on pedestals. We as people, I'm just going to say we as people, can sometimes get so caught up in the famous celebrityism of it all that we fail to realize that these people are human just like we are. Now, it's not my duty to sit here and tell this man apart because clearly he's already doing a good job of doing that by himself. But all I'm saying is that based on what I read, between abusing the server, not paying her check, she's still waiting on to get her money, from him using somebody else's trademark allegedly, all of this ish, I'm saying allegedly, but from using somebody else's trademark to promote his books, y'all, it's just a lot to process, and it's a lot to deal with, and it's a lot going on. But people need to stop assuming that just because somebody is a celebrity, that it automatically excludes them from seeing, being, or having any kind of negativity associated with them. At the end of the day, we all got skeletons in our closet. It's just that what kind of skeletons at what particular time gonna end up falling out when you end up cracking that door open is the real question. My grandma always said, what's done in the dark will come to the light. And I definitely do believe that there's a true saying. So with that being said, to know that this man possibly allegedly has been scamming the people, okay, been doing a lot of shicey stuff. From my understanding, he came from Chicago, which is why I was mentioning to y'all at the beginning of this topic on one of the guys that does YouTube, The Evolution of Veil. If you go out and check over on his channel, the channel is called The Evolution of Veil. He talks about having a relationship with this man and all of the shicey stuff that I guess, occurred between them two. Now, I haven't watched the whole 2 hour long video because I've been busy working. But like I said, I've been getting so many tidbits of the story that I just decided to sit here and go ahead and cover it. Because of the fact that I just feel like that, if you're going to sit here and be man enough to do some stuff like this, then you're going to be man enough to sit here, and we're going to definitely sit here and talk about it and keep it 100 and try to figure out and get to the root cause and the bottom of it so that other people don't sit here and end up coming in the crossfire and getting hurt. So don't sit here and at me in my comments. I don't make the news. I just report the news. Okay. I'm just saying. Now, with that being said, on to the next topic. So Cardi B and Offset. Now, it was a lot of people in the uproar over Cardi B and Offset, right? So Cardi B throws Kulture, okay, their child, this lavish party. And the thing that people was in an uproar about is this expensive, unique watch that Cardi B, or Offset rather, gifted Kulture. A lot of people was up in arms saying, "Oh, you went and bought this child a watch, and she probably gonna be more happy that you would have sit here and got her Paw Patrol dipped in diamonds rather than you seeing going and get her ass a old 30, 40, $50,000 expensive ass watch that she probably just gonna take and throw in the toilet anyway, along with the Cheerios and shit that she done sit here and threw down the pipeline as well." Now, while I do agree with the comments, but at the same time, if she wants to sit here and spend $50,000 on Birkin bags for her baby, then that's her business. You can't tell folks what to do with their money. That's her money, okay? Who am I to sit here and tell somebody what to do with their money? Just like with my money that I work hard for, I don't expect nobody to tell me what to do with it. So what make you think that people have the audacity to sit here and get mad because she done bought this child a watch, or Offset done rather done bought this child a watch that she probably won't even sit here and understand the value of at 3 years old. Now the kind of watch that it was, let me just go back because I want to make sure I get it right. Geez, what kind of watch was that? Um, y'all, I don't even know what kind of watch that was. Let me find it. I saw the name earlier. It's a $250,000 Richard Mille watch, is what it was. $250,000 Richard Mille. Now, I don't know how much Cardi makes. I ain't trying to count her money. But like I said, the logical part of me is like, I can't tell people how to spend their money because I don't want people telling me how to spend my money. But the other side of me, the blackness in me, okay, is trying to understand why the hell would you sit and buy a baby a $250,000 watch? Have you lost your mind? Who dares that? $250,000 for a watch? Child, you could have just went and sit here and got a watch, throw some zirconians on it and called it a day if you gonna do that. Who dares that? $250,000 for a watch. Clearly, I'm working in the wrong field because I'm just trying to understand. Meanwhile, I can't even sit here and get a half of a watch from anybody, let alone a $250,000 watch. But once again, like I said, the logical side of me, who am I to sit here and talk about how people spend their money? It shouldn't be for nobody else in the comments to talk about how people spend their money. But she did clearly drop a couple of thousands of dollars on this man. Hey, Royalty. Hey, Anthony. So yes. But yes, and I think the theme of the party was like Princess and the Frog or something like that. Now, I will say that despite the ridiculous amount of money that was spent on a child who's probably not even going to remember the party at the age that they are, Cardi does look good. Okay, she is pregnant, but Cardi looks good. Okay, Cardi is definitely giving me everything that I need, and I'm gonna try to see if I can show y'all a photo of the party on here. Let me see, Cardi B. Cardi B. Okay, so here's the picture, y'all. Hey, Evolution of Veil. Yes, Evolution of Veil. I was just talking about you and Darius, child. Y'all in the comments, whoever is watching, that's the Evolution of Veil down there to the right. Go watch his video and you'll get to know more about Darius Crooks. Okay, that's the new name that he done adopted is Darius Crooks. He would now and forever be known as Darius Crooks, not Cook. Okay, you heard me. So go on over there to Evolution of Veil and catch up on the other team, aside from what I already said here and told y'all, because there's a lot more that come with it. And I'm gonna try to go and watch it myself after I get off here as well. But this is Cardi though. Don't she look good? Ain't she giving what it ain't she giving what it's supposed to give? Baby, she got that WAP hairdo and they go Culture, gorgeous self. Look at that. Don't she look good, y'all? She look like she headed to somebody's 1999 prom. Okay? Baby, all I'm seeing is pump it up. Baby, I can smell the pump it up through the screen. I can smell the pump it up through the screen. You hear me? So yes, that is Cardi and her beautiful daughter Culture. Now, one thing is for certain, and two things is for sure. That's a pretty baby. You can't deny it. And as far as Cardi B, she may fart a lot, but she a gorgeous woman as well. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying. She gorgeous as well. And then this is the birthday cake, y'all. Let me get into the birthday cake. So I told y'all that the theme was Princess and the Frog. Oh, Evolution of Veil says, stay tuned, more coming about his crimes to humanity. Y'all heard that. Y'all see it in the comments. Y'all better go over there and subscribe to Veil's channel. He about to spill all the tea. And this is Cardi B's cake here. See that? So if you look in the center, right about here where my middle finger is at, that's where they was sticking the knife, cutting the cake. So it's almost like a carriage with a layered cake, but in the center, right there where my index finger is where they actually stuck the knife and cut the cake out. But isn't that a nice cake though? Look at that. That's a gorgeous cake. That's a gorgeous cake. But yes, once again, it's not up to me to tell nobody what to do with their money. That's Offset dancing, father and daughter dance, gorgeous. For somebody that don't really have a dad in their life, I can't even speak negative on Offset even if I wanted to, because that's out of my jurisdiction. But that is a beautiful thing to see that right there. So yes. So with all of that being said, um, just let people sit here and live their life and do what they do, okay? That's all I'm saying. Let people live their life and to make it do what it do. Okay? It's enough going on in the world to be rather than to be getting bent out of shape over a person choosing to spend their money on what they want to spend it on. I'm quite sure that she probably make more than that in a day anyway. So I'm quite sure that neither her or Offset will miss $250,000 from the bank. That's like $25 to that's like $250 to them anyway. But nonetheless, y'all, that's for as far as the main topics that I had for my show tonight. Now, let me go on over to the other side here, which I wanted to get in about my life and where I've been at and the things I've been up to. So, as many of you know, I have not been on YouTube lately because I've been working. Okay. I work in insurance. Okay. That's my heart. That's my passion. I've been doing a lot of studying for exams because I'm trying to obtain other, different types of arena as far as when it comes to insurance because I want to, big bank make little bank, little bank make big bank, type of money you can stay up, how the song go. I'm trying to sit here and get multiple streams of income coming in. Okay. So in order to do that, you got to sit here and put in the leg work, which is what I've been doing. So I've been working long hours. I've been studying, trying to get material and stuff to sit here and get ready to sit here and take, these exams. It's just a lot been going on. Okay. But like I told y'all, I'm really trying to get back into my YouTube thing. It's not even really at this point, and I think I've said this at the beginning. I'm not really concerned about followers at this point, because I feel like that if you don't chase what you don't chase, will come to you anyways. So if you're the type of person that you're always chasing after something, you're probably not going to get that because of the fact that you're chasing after it. But if you got your mind and vision set on the things that you need to have them set on, then the other stuff that you chasing, it'll come to you. Trust me, it'll come to you. You ain't got to worry about it. You ain't got to worry about it. You ain't got to question it. It's gonna come to you. Okay. That's why I don't chase money, because if you chase money, rest assured you're not gonna ever sit here and get to a place of where you feel like you have enough of it. But if you're not that type of person to be concerned about, as far as I'm trying to sit here and just money, 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 money all the time, then that's just what it's gonna sit here and be. You're gonna always be worrying about it. So that's just the way I look at it. So with that being said, that I've been doing that. I have been doing a lot of self-evaluating of my life as it pertains to I guess you would say kind of making sure that my energy and my space is positive, getting rid of unnecessary weeds. I feel like a lot of time often people um, put themselves through unnecessary stress by attaching themselves to people who really don't mean them well, or attaching themselves to situations that don't mean them well. What I mean by that is that sometimes the stress and pain that you're going through can be self-inflicted because you fail to realize that your environment may need to be changed so that you can grow. So that's what I've been doing, is just changing up my environment, changing the way I think, changing my mindset, because I want to be able to get in a space of where stuff don't bother me, stuff don't phase me. When negativity comes my way, I just put my shades on and keep it moving. And that's what a lot of us need to sit here and take a page out of a book and do, is keep it moving. Don't concern yourself with stuff that don't concern you. You just stay focused on what you got to stay focused on, to do what you got to sit here and do for yourself. Okay. As long as you doing that, everything else will fall to the wayside. You ain't got to worry about nobody coming into your space, messing up your energy. You ain't got to always have an attitude. A little funny story, y'all. So a couple of weeks ago, I was on Diana Williams, DD4L, the lady from Bring It page, right? So I watch her page daily. Like, I used to be a constant follower and watcher of her page because I just always respected her hustle. However, in the most recent last couple of weeks, up until the point where I just completely cut loose because she made a comment to one of my comments that I made underneath her post. It just seems like that she entertains negativity so much and she seems miserable. And I don't speak that from a place of saying that she's not happy. I'm just speaking from a place of, if you tell people that you don't concern yourself with negativity, but yet instead you're always involved in negativity, yet instead when you're reading the comments of what people are saying about you, you're always taking those comments that are negative and bringing them to the spotlight, knowing that people want to get a reaction out of you anyway, then you really are a walking contradiction. That means that anything that you're saying, as far as in terms of, oh, I'm just only focused on positivity, you really don't mean that. So basically what happened is that there was a picture that was posted, and the picture was of her husband, Robert. His name is Robert the CEO Williams on Facebook. So somebody came up underneath her page and asked about DD4L, right? Well, what happened is that as a result of that, she went underneath that person's comment and made some kind of, I guess you would say, nasty remark. Or it wasn't really like a nasty remark, but it was kind of like jaded, because she basically came across as, she was like, what does this picture have to do with DD4L or Bring It? Question mark. What does this have to do with it? This is me and my husband, or something like that. Like, it was some kind of type of situation where she made a remark and got mad at the person and went off on the person in a very jaded manner because of the fact the person asked about Bring It. Now, she has spoken on this many of times in the past that she doesn't know about Bring It and what pertain as it pertains to knowing when the show gonna come back, knowing as far as like what's the direction of the show. Like, you can tell that when people ask her about Bring It, she gets really on edge and she doesn't want to talk about it. And the reason why I think she doesn't want to talk about it is because of the fact that she has learned that with this show, because of the fact that the show at some particular point became like this reality based show based around drama, trying to keep drama going in between the parents of the kids who were a part of the dance team and stuff. I think it just got to the point where she was like, you know what? I'm so over this. It is what it is. F it. And I think that's why she feels the way she feels in regards to it, because it's like people are always asking her on in the comments about Bring It, and she don't want to talk about Bring It because she wants y'all to see there are other sides to her other than just this show, which I completely do agree with that. However, with that being said, With that being said, to whom much is given, much is required. What I mean by that is that you knew what you signed up for, Diana Williams. Okay. You also knew that being on a show like that on Lifetime, a huge network, of course, people are going to want to ask about the show. You should be thankful that people want to ask about the show because of the fact that if people ain't checking for you no more, if people are not concerned about you no more, and this is, and you got to keep in mind, this is how they met you in the first place. This is how they even knew who Diana was. This is how they knew who Diana was in the first place, was because of the fact that they saw a show named Bring It that came on Lifetime of DD4L. So what happened is that I politely made a comment because people was like literally attacking her for seeing her like really giving this person that watches her channel who made the comment and asked about Bring It, like they was really coming down on Diana because they felt like that she was out of line for the way that she responded. And I definitely did agree with that. And I did co-sign and go underneath her comment and did tell her in a way of where I wanted her to understand, I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but if the girl was just asking a innocent question, it was no need for you to sit here and say, what does this got to do with this picture of me and my husband when Bringing ain't even nowhere in the picture and what me and my husband are on date night, smoking cigars and stuff. What does this picture has to do with my husband and I don't know anything. Like it wasn't so much as what she said, it's just the tone of the undertone of the message that really did not sit well with people. So when people started attacking her, hey that's Tanae, when people started attacking her, she kind of got on the defense and just went all off on social media, child. She was all on Facebook talking about people always want to make her to be the bad guy and how people always want to sit here and assume that they know her. They don't know anything about her. And all I said underneath the comment was that you should be thankful that somebody is still asking about Bring It because that's how we met you. If it wasn't for Bring It, the only thing that we would know quiet as is kept is that you did porn for a little while and that was it. Now you can take that as however you want to see and take it, but I'm just saying that would have been the only thing that we would have known you for, and we didn't even know that about you until you got on the show, and somebody had went and brought up your past, and we found out that you used to do that back in the day. So you should be glad that somebody's even asking about something that is positive instead of something that is negative. And stop being so bitter. Stop always giving people energy in the time of day, always responding to negativity. It's like over the last couple of weeks, when I would go watch her lives in the morning, she always picked out the comments that were negative. And my only thing is that you can't sit here and tell me to my face, trying to tell me about how, being a boss and standing on your own and tuning out the haters and stuff, when all you do is entertain the negativity. If a person is always entertaining the negativity, but then turns around and say, well, I ain't got time for the negativity. I ain't got time to be sitting here dealing with this. I'm trying to sit here and change my life. I'm trying to stay focused on my own things. I'm trying to sit here and be in a positive space. But then they contradict themselves, and all you see they do is always pick apart the stuff that is negative and bring it to the forefront and put light on it. Those are people who really are not in a good space of mind with themselves, because if they were, they would not be sitting here trying to give you words of encouragement and telling you of how you should not be entertaining negativity, but that's all they do is entertain negativity. And so when I made the comment about you should just be thankful that people are even asking about Bring It, she wrote me a long paragraph saying about how I don't even know her. I don't even know her as being Diana Williams. I just assume because I see this facade as far as being this tough person on Bring It. She's a real stern personality, no type of nonsense, that I just only see that side of her. So I just want to sit here and take that side and just put it in my head and just pretty much judge her based on that. and how that, if I really knew who the real Diana was, I wouldn't have made the comment about I should, she should just be thankful that somebody's even asking about bring it. But my only thing was, and I did tell her in response after she went and said what she said in a long paragraph. I gave her that. I said, "You're right." I said, "I don't know Diana. You're exactly right. I do not know Diana at all. But what I will say is that I'm just basically saying you should just still be thankful that somebody's even asking about bring it. And even though I don't know you, but I have seen him been inspired by you, I do think of you as a person that I thought that I could look up to. But here it is now. You say that you don't check people's messages. You don't look in your inbox. When people are celebrating you and lifting you up, you don't want to be bothered with that. But as soon as somebody says something you don't like, you go and write whole dissertations and paragraphs underneath Facebook and whatever other social media outlet to respond to stuff that's negative, but never sit here and want to talk about stuff that's positive. So when that happened, it just really kind of put a bad taste in my mouth because, I just kind of felt like, look, if a person got to sit here and constantly get on social media every day just to sit here and argue and fuss and fight, ain't nobody got time for that. It's too much other stuff going on in the world that's sitting going on. It's too much other stuff in the world that's going on. So if all you want to do is sit and get up here on social media every day and go back and forth tip for tat with people because you don't like something they said about you, if you that insecure, then maybe being this person that God has gifted you as far as this gift, maybe it's something that you don't need. Because if it was, you would know how to handle it, and it should not bother you in a space of where you're so affected by what people think about you. And the reason why I know that she's affected about what people think about her is because she always is responding to hateful comments. And I just don't understand why. Why would you get on social media every morning just to go for tit to tat with people? Why? That's the sign of immaturity. It's nothing mature about doing that at all. So, just to kind of go back into a segue of what I was saying earlier, is that you got people out here dying senseless, but yet instead, you got people that instead of just living their life, enjoying it, being thankful, they'd rather just sit here and argue with people all day over stupid stuff. And then the other day, she put on social media when she made a live that she didn't trust nobody. She said that she didn't trust nobody. She only trusted one person, and that was Jaleesa. Jaleesa is like basically, a person that helps her with DD4L as a brand. But she didn't trust nobody, and she don't trust nobody. And my only thing is coming from someone that used to always make that statement, "Oh, I don't trust people. Oh, I'm just going to, go throughout my whole life just being this, person alone because I don't trust people." That's a wrong thought process to have. We are not meant to be on this earth alone. We are not meant to go through things alone. Yeah, we know you got a husband, but your husband can't always be that support system like a person that really wants to see you win, if you feel what I'm saying. So what I mean by that, if you got people who are wanting to see you win, if you got people that are showing you, hey, I'm in your corner, but you're stating that I don't trust people, then how do you expect ever to sit here and elevate when you want to be closed off from society because you have been so hurt to the point of where all you can do now is just see the negative and not the positive. And I can only speak on from what I see. So if this is what you have been presenting, then guess what? That's what I'm gonna speak on because that's what you have shown me. It has nothing to do about not knowing who Diana is as a person. It has more so to do with the fact of if all you have shown me is that you want to get on social media and argue tit for tat with people, and and get your blood pressure raised up, looking and you always looking stressed out all the time, then guess what? I'm just saying, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but make it make sense. So that's why I try to encourage people that like to look. I try my best to encourage people. People are not perfect. Yes, we are all going to make mistakes. Yes, we are always not going to get it right at all times. But the very much least you can do is to stay in your lane, focus on what you need to focus on, and don't worry about the other stuff because life is short, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I have lost so many people and seen so many people die within a year time. Life is short. We have got to stop worrying about stuff that does not mean us any good because all you are doing is just making yourself into an early grave that much more early. Stress kills, period. Ain't got nothing to it don't have anything to do with the fact because your mom and daddy got high blood pressure, Auntie Betsy got diabetes, Sister Mary got, glaucoma. It ain't got nothing to do with that. If you stressing yourself out over stuff every day with nonsense that ain't really seeing adding to you, you are sending yourself to an early grave. Period. Okay? Take it from somebody that know. I ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. I'm gonna always sit here and tell you what I've been through. That's why I don't sit here and be concerned. I used to be so concerned at one point in my life that, oh, I can't please everybody. Oh my God, what if this person gonna be mad at me? What if I don't show up for this? What if I don't show up for that? What if this? What if that? I had to stop worrying because it was making me sick. It was making me sick, y'all. Keeping me up at night, weight going up and down. You can't worry yourself with stuff that you have no control over. The only thing you can worry yourself over is the things that you can change. That's the only thing that you can concern yourself with are the things you can change. Stop worrying yourself over stuff that don't mean you no good. So what if somebody don't like you? That ain't got nothing to do with you or the price of tea in China that Timmy Two or Lil Sue or Lil Betty don't like you. That ain't got nothing to do with you. If they don't like you, then guess what? Who give a damn? Move on with your life. Let it go. Move on. That person ain't paying your bills. That person ain't effing you. That person ain't sleeping beside you in bed at night. Move on. Let it go. Stop concerning yourself with people that don't mean you no good. I'm just saying, stop concerning yourself with people that don't mean no good. If every time you come around a person and the only thing they can sit here and do is speak negative stuff in your life, if they always got a negative attitude, a negative spirit, they always got something to sit here and say negative towards what you trying to sit here and accomplish as far as your goals. Well, I just don't think you should be sitting here doing this and X, Y, and if I was you, I wouldn't be doing it. And if I was you, and they gonna girl, I just don't sit here and think that that's the best idea for you. If all they can do is just sit here and tell you what they don't think that you capable of doing, those people are not supposed to be in your life. People are supposed to be uplifting and encouraging you, not constantly downing you, making you feel like, oh, what you got going on don't matter, or that it's not going to ever come to fruition. So the more of this whole message that I'm trying to get at is just don't concern yourself with stuff that ain't got nothing to do with you. Sometimes you just got to see hands water off a duck's back. Let it go. That's all I got. Anyways, y'all, I've enjoyed y'all. I've been on here an hour and 30 minutes. I'm going to go lay down. I do hope that each and every one of y'all have taken something away from this video tonight. Like I said, I'm trying to be more consistent at this, so I will come back and check Stay tuned next Sunday. I'm gonna try to do it again. All white Sundays. My favorite color, one of my favorite colors is white, so that's why I call it all white Sundays. Well, we basically just sit here and talk about random stuff, just to kind of get you pumped up for the week that's coming up. Stay tuned for more videos. I will be doing more show reviews on different shows and series that I've been watching, and just a whole bunch of other stuff coming down the pipeline. Be sure to like and share this video, y'all. And remember, if you don't remember anything else, remember this much. Don't worry about nothing that you can't change. Don't concern yourself with nothing that you can't change. Because if you can't change it, then guess what? That clearly was just meant to be the way it was gonna sit here and be. So if there's a nagging feeling or a nagging problem in your life that you got going on, something that's been nagging at you, something that you like, God, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, or I wish I can go back and change this and change that, or something that you just constantly is like thinking in your head, like, God, like, what if? Stop worrying yourself with it. If you got a person out there, a friend that you don't recently lost because of y'all had a disagreement and that person just walked out of your life, don't concern yourself with it. You can't change it. So why be stressed about it? Why be stressed about it? I had somebody before, I'm about to go real quick after I tell y'all this, but I had a friend. We had a disagreement. This happened recently. And as a result of that, out of all the times that we've never had an argument, one disagreement led to this person blocking me out of their life, whether it be social media or whatever the case, instantly. And I mean instant. And it was all over something so small and so petty. But it reminded me of what I used to always say when I say that people who are really meant for you, they're going to be there regardless. People that don't mean you no good or may not be meant to be in your life, those people are just gonna fall off the branch like leaves falling off the tree. So when stuff like that happen, don't be upset about it. Just thank God for divine intervention and let it go. I love you all. You all have a good night. Stay tuned. Like and share this video. I'll be back, y'all. Until next time. Peace.